So you're going out for the day and you're putting a bunch of stuff in your pockets. What do you usually bring and why? Now, there are, of course, the usual suspects such as watch, wallet, keys, stuff like that. But what about the other items such as pocket knife, flashlight, or even maybe a small first aid kit or a stick of gum? Who knows? So today, I'm going to talk to you about what I carry every day, so that way you might be able to get some ideas on things that you might not have been thinking about. And I'll also do you the favor of dropping a few links in the description. That way you can find those items and add them to your everyday equipment list. Where I live, sunglasses are usually a must. They kind of protect your baby blues. But most importantly, if you get the right ones, you get ballistic protection too, which is why personally, I like to run the electric Knoxvilles. They're made in Italy, they're pretty robust, and while they don't offer the top ballistic protection, they are pretty good quality. And me, I abuse my shit pretty often. I mean, seriously, look at these. They look freaking good. And that's really about the name of the game these days. Look good and protect yourself. Safety is important, but so is making sure that everybody thinks you're cool. Since we're on the subject of taking advice on how to be cool from a 38-year-old dude, let's talk about keeping up with the time. Now, I'm not talking about keeping up with the time like, using words like lit, finna, and Gucci or anything like that. I'm talking about watches. Me personally, I think Garmin makes a really good product. Now, I do know that the Apple Watch exists, and I am aware that it's probably eons cheaper. But for what I get out of the Garmin Tactics Delta Solar, can't beat it. God damn. Ugh. Keeps track of all your basic biometric data with a bunch of different watch faces that you can track anything and everything that you can think of. Ones that I like to use personally are what time the sun rises and sets, the current altitude, my battery life, heart rate, date, and the temperature. Those are just the main ones. You also get the Garmin Connect app that also tells you everything else, such as how you sleep at night, which I think is pretty important when you're getting to be my age. One of the other really cool, unique features about the Tactics Delta Solar is the fact that, well, it's solar. It uses this really cool sapphire glass that allows you to put it out in the sun, not only to kind of give you a little boost or an extra charge as you're going. Now, with that said, on a full charge, it lasts about 21 days with the satellites and everything working. I've been able to set waypoints and use military-style grids so that I can tell people where I'm at when I'm out four-wheeling in the middle of nowhere, which is always pretty fun. Now, I know most of you have wallets, and I probably shouldn't be telling you to get a new one, but I will say this. There's something to be said about a minimalist wallet. Now, the one that I use, I'm going to drop in the description. I don't even remember the name because it's been a couple years, but we do live in an age where nobody really carries around cash anymore, so we don't need something that's super thick. Now, I don't do a lot of sitting down, but when I do, somehow my right butt cheek tends to get a little sore. So since we're on the subject of stuff that we carry every day, I'd like to make a recommendation for a flashlight. Now, I'm not talking like one of those giant mag lights that police carry around. I'm talking about something like this. This is a Streamlight MicroStream USB. It's pretty unique in the sense that it's a single LED light that's about the size of a ballpoint pen. If you want to get a new charge in it, no batteries needed, you just plug it into a computer with this little USB point right here. It's pretty bright, and at the very minimum, I can light up a whole room with it or find my keys when I drop them in the fucking rocks. All in all, I do believe that this is one of the more useful items that I carry on me every day. And special shout out to the boys at Nighthawk Custom for hooking me up with this light the last time I visited them. Now, this next one is going to be a bit of a point of contention for some people, and that's going to be a good blade. Now, a lot of folks do think that knives count as weapons, which is fine, but they're more like tools. And I'm talking tools in the sense of like General Mattis. You remember that Marine general from a while ago? He said something, and it was one of those famous quotes of, he carries a knife on him for a few reasons. One is in case cake needs to be cut, or in case he needs to tickle somebody's ribs. I will say that I am a huge fan of side folders, but currently I am running an out the front knife. I know that those aren't necessarily legal in every state, but I assure you, in the one that I live in, the great state of Texas, it is. I will say as a disclaimer, make sure you follow your local and state laws for which knives you can and cannot carry, because I'd really hate for you guys to get in trouble because you watched some video of me talking about getting a blade. Now, if you'll excuse me, I'm gonna torque these down real quick. And also, as a separate outtake, I know one of you somewhere in the comments is bitching about the fact that I'm running a Ryobi tool. I don't actually care. I got it on sale. So we've talked about sunglasses, watch, knife, and flashlight. Those 4 things right there have done me a lot of good in my everyday life while I'm out and about. Now, I will say bonus time number 5 is a water bottle. I use these Camelback water bottles that are pretty awesome. They run about a quart of water each, so I know personally that about 4 of those is my daily limit for water. Hydration is pretty important, so I do think that that's something that, depending on where I'm going, if I know I'm going to be gone for more than 5 minutes, I do take one with me usually. But yeah, I'll leave the link in the description for that. But thank you for watching, and if you do like what you've seen and you want to see more, make sure you subscribe and follow and comment what you would like to see or whatever other stuff you want to do or whatever the kids do these days. So in the meantime, y'all stay safe and have an awesome day.